Man, what's good, man? This is Carlito Grid, man. This is the Wakeful Grid shit, man. Shout out to my, gritty folks, and my, Wakeful folks. I hope you had a gritty day. What can I say, man? Man, thank you, God, for waking me up today, man. That's the foremost. No matter what. Excuse me. I still have little allergies, but I'm better than last week, and but I just want to apologize too. I know it was kind of like twitchy, last week, with the cameras, and it's just little minor mistakes on that and on our part, and just want to apologize. It won't happen again. You can see me fully, but yeah, man. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for a lot of things, man. Just like I said, just the opportunity of a new day. That's what I look forward to because, I never have a bad day, man. I may have a bad second, bad minute, bad hour, but never a bad day, man. You know what I mean? I only ruin my day, if I let stuff get to me. And let nothing get to me because, God's right there, man, protecting me, you know, um, and I got to do my part too, and it just, mental health, it's just a lot of, it's, you hear that more than ever now, back in the day with our, parents and their parents, people just, kind of just stuck it up and, just, went through while things went on and just tough people and we are tough, man. Just you look at yourself in the mirror and just, you're my enemy. You know what I mean? You're you like to play with me. You know what I mean? It's just, yourself. You're just so quick to doubt on what you're capable of doing. You know what I mean? You can do this, but sometimes you think, oh man, I don't think I can do this. I think, it's not gonna work out. How you gonna know if you don't do it? So it's just how I do. I just stay in motion, man. No matter what, and everything I do, just stay in motion. I can't doubt. I gotta be, my biggest supporter. Cause especially if I'm looking around, I see no one clapping for me. I see no one, rooting for me. That's okay, man. It used to bother me. You know what I mean? I didn't like when people slept on me, but now, as I get older, I figure they're gonna sleep on everything you do. It just you gotta accept it, and then I accept everything. You know what I mean? I know they gonna doubt. I know they gonna overlook. But like I said, this is for y'all, man. You know, um, we could conquer and take over whatever we gotta do just to make it better for ourselves, man. Be change. Involve change in your life for good. A lot of people say, "Nah, I'll never change. I'll stay the same." Sometimes that you know you too stuck in your ways. It's just gonna hold you back in certain things, especially on what God has planned for you. My purpose is not His purpose, her purpose, that purpose, this purpose. My purpose is God's purpose on what He wants me to do. And, I always come correct, if a negative, thought tries to come in, I punch it out with positive. And, that's what I try to do, on helping myself, be sharp in the game and, just realize that, no one's going to come and save you. God's right there. God's going to do His part. But, let's do our part and, let's take it on the chin. It's part of my God's plan, It's just, man, God is, I'm bringing up God a lot right now, too, because, it's just this week we had, of course, the basketball player Jalen Ivory, got released by the Chicago Bulls, and, it's not right, man. And I feel like all the athletes are, or if you're for God, you should take a stand and back him up, man. For reals. You know, they can't cut all you guys. You know what I mean? Might as well, you know, let's make a stand. You know, make it worth it. And, you know, have support, you know, on your fellow um fellow athlete, and because, you know, Lord knows he needs it, and, you know, I'm right there praying for him. Hopefully he gets to play, and, you know, in the NBA again, because it's not right what he got cut for. You know, he was a first round pick. You know, I think he was a lottery pick. You know, so it's just, let's do better, man, and, you know, continue supporting him, because, you know, if you forgot, man, you know, nothing can stop us. You know, none of that nonsense that tries to, you know, steer us in, and, you know, trying to expose it to the kids. You know, like, we ain't gonna play with none of that. Nah, because, you know, back in the day when we were growing up, it's just like, man, you know, the person we really knew was God, and everything else, man, was just us being the kid. You know, they're trying to let our kids grow up too fast, and, you know what? Let's allow it. You know, let's go back to the old school ways, and just let kids be kids, man. You know, they don't know any better. You know, why try to feed them shit that's lie? And, you know, a lot of people's not gonna agree with me, but that's okay. You know, it just, I'm not with that stuff, but, you know, I'm not against it. If you are, you know, that, you know what I'm going for. You know, talking about, you know, while I'm mentioning this, John and Ivory, it just, be respectful, you know, and, you know, I'm trying to be respectful, you know, but, you know, I'm for God, and, you know, I ain't gotta really get the rest about it, but, you know, I just thank you, God, for everything. That's all I gotta say. You know, if y'all want to ever, you know, come talk to me, and, you know, just don't have anyone to talk to, come to me, man. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay if you don't know me. You know, it's okay if I don't know you. Sometimes, you know, talking to a stranger, especially a stranger that cares. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm gonna lead you to the Lord, and I'm not perfect. I'm flawed myself. You know, everyone has flaw in them. You know, a lot of people think they don't, but, you know, I try not to, you know, be a know-it-all, and just, you know, overstep your opinion, and thinking that, you know, everything you say and everything you do is wrong. You know, there's a reason why you're doing that. You know, there's a reason why I'm doing this. You know, so let's just be understanding, and realize that, you know, no man's bigger than the, you know, program, and the program's life. You know, only God is. You know, so let's stop trying to be better than everyone. You know, when I'm just trying to be better than the man in the mirror. You know, each and every day. That's the only person that, you know, I'm trying to be better than is myself. You know. But yeah, man, I just want to mention that, you know, as the intro, and, you know, we got two guests coming on this show. Of course, you know, regular, my Frankie, and then, you know, my brother. You know, shout out to my brother Jumabi, Junie 200. You know what I mean? He's been cooking up, you know, with his music. He's been busy, you know, working and just gritting pretty much, you know, over there in Atlanta. And, you know, hopefully, you know, when he comes back, he gonna get up on Taco Tuesday with Jim. And, you know, you're gonna see the full and the authentic Junie, you know, that no one really seen before. Because to me, man, he's not just because he's my brother, but, man, he's the dopest rapper that I know. And I don't think no one could really out-rap him, you know, here. And I want people to come, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I can out-rap him. I want you to do that. I don't think a lot of people could out-rap me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just have a mindful, thinkful mind. I'm deep thinking motherfucker, and the shit that I come out with is crazy. I know no one has ever said that bar because that's my purpose. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to say something different that no one said. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm kind of motivated too. It's just I see a lot of rappers doing their things, and I respect it. But they're not Carlito Grin. But Carlito Grin is not them either. You know what I mean? I give flowers to people. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people behind the scenes been giving me flowers, and I appreciate y'all. Truly, I really do. But y'all ain't see the best, of me yet. I gave you, a little bit piece of me, and next project I do, it's gonna be crazy. My brother's coming out with something crazy, so it's just, what I mean. It's some dope shit from the Mata brothers. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. I know James are working. I know, a lot of people have been working, man. But it's just like y'all tap in, if y'all need a feature, because I'm surely is hungry, man, and I'm just trying to savor, the moment that when I do, get it, and you know, I just gotta be patient, and not everything's needs to be rushed, so I'm finna be patient, but I got some shit out that I'm dying to put out at the same time, you know what I mean? And but yeah, man, like I said, man, this culture show. I want people to, like I said, DM me, and if y'all want to, come on this show, just talk about anything. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to build bridges. You feel me? Yeah. I'm with some real people, of course. If you bitter, you fake, what I mean, stay the fuck away from me. Stay the fuck away from the show. I'm just putting it out there. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's just we finna get a little break right now. But once we get back on, we finna have me and my brother and the boy Frankie on. So yeah, just Wakeful Grit, and we'll see you in a bit. Yo, what's good, man? We back at it. Hey, man, let me introduce you to my brother, and let me introduce you to my other brother, Frankie. As y'all know, me, my regular guest.
What's up? What's up? How you doing today?
Man, what's good, brother? How you doing today, man?
Hey, another day I'm alive. I got another day to learn, to burn, to earn. Everything's all gravy.
That part. Thank you, yo. Thank you, Jesus, bro. Hey, man, shout out to Jew Bobby, man. What's good, Jew?
What's good? What's good? What's good, people,
You know
man?
what I mean?
Let's get some real game. You know what I mean? Let's
Yes.
learn something today.
I just wanted to do something different, you know what I mean? Have both of y'all on, and you know what I mean, kind of go head to head on on some topics.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I know Junie knows his stuff, so
Oh yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
cool to get a chance to brain.
Frank, you know what I mean? Hey, I want you to, you know what I mean, come I heard one of a Viking legend passed away this week, man, and I just want to, give my condolences, you know what I mean, to you, because you are a Vikings fan, and you guys just didn't lose just a normal player, you know what I mean? Even if you guys do lose a normal player, you know what I mean, rest in peace to them. But the great Joey Browner has passed away, Frank. You know what I mean? Um, NFL safety, man, for good 10 years. Minnesota Vikings from 1983 to 1991. Four-time All-Pro, Frank. Six-time Pro Bowler. All 80s decades team. Vikings Ring of Honor. 50 greatest Vikings of all time. 40th century team. All Mall of America. And then he played for Tampa Bay for his last season. and he's also USC Trojan. And when he was a Trojan, he was an All American, 2-time All Pac-10. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Joey Browner. How you feel
Yeah,
about
yes,
that,
sir.
Frank?
Definitely, definitely.
One of the most slept on safeties too, man. We're gonna say that
Yeah,
to a lot of players. You know
for
what I mean?
real.
It continues, but he is slept on, Frank, as you know.
Yeah, all biased aside, like dude was it. You
Oh
know.
yeah, 47. Was just
Yeah, I
one of
think
the safeties that don't get talked about at all.
I think during those times of the year when he was playing, he had to been like at least top two, top three safeties besides Roddy Lott. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
yeah,
that during that year
oh
and that
yeah. It was
time.
in the 80s. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm sure it was Ronnie Lott. Who else was there? Uh, you know, uh, Ken Easley. From Seattle. Just uh, Ken Riley from the Bengals. You know what I mean? Just a lot of good safeties. You know what I mean? That don't get talked about. No more. And I feel like once the Ed Reeds, the Troy Polamalu's, just the list goes on. Brian Dawkins. They kind of just overshown. Um, Guys like that. You know what I mean? Guys like that, people don't know. They'll just say those players that I just said, right, Frank?
Yeah, definitely. Well, the thing is like I feel like the game it quickened. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's more it's more fast paced. So the modern era, safeties they play differently. And in a way, it's you can actually say it's more exciting.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so that's why we kind of don't really fixate on the dudes that were playing back in the day. The ones that paved the way.
For
But I mean,
sure.
dude's stats. I mean, for his 10
Yeah, as
seasons,
I said it, bro. You know what I mean?
it's a kind of time. But dude, he has some acolytes. Like you were naming everything that he's done, and
Yeah, man.
he was a
And it's sad. It's sad to say too. Like most likely, Frank, they gonna probably give him the Hall of Fame. Now that he's dead, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh man, that
Because
irks me,
they
man.
do that all the time, bro. It's like it
I
seems like they
I
do
hate
that lately a lot, bro.
I hate that they
yeah.
do that shit, man.
That's kind of what I don't understand. Like 1980s all decade team.
Yeah.
But you're not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that
crazy.
part. That part. Hey, I feel for real, man. I feel like if you're in an all decade team, I feel like you should automatically be in the Hall of Fame. And that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? He was a fucking baller. You see, the stats. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Same as Jack Tatum. And then, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, you know what I mean? Um, Players is like that, man. It's sad, they played a long time ago, over 30 years now, and they're still not in the Hall of Fame. But you got a player that just retired 5 years, you know what I mean, in the Hall of Fame now. You know what I mean? I understand, why, like yeah, they were great. Like a guy like Brady, I think he's gonna be Hall of Fame next year, right? Um,
Yeah,
and yeah, it's gonna be his 5th year. So yeah, no, he deserves it. But players like that, like Joey Browner, it's long over fucking due.
Yeah, facts. He's a USC legend. You know what I mean? He went to
Yeah, man,
USC.
man, him and Ronnie Lott on the same
Yeah, I'm
team.
saying, bro.
Man, Frank, hey, that's man, that was scary. I bet. I bet.
you see, that's what I'm saying too. Like the in that decade, man, the '80s, like that was real grip. That was grip ball right
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, man. You know what I mean? Um, just got away with murder, man. You know what I mean? Just real gladiator shit. Not, like I said, like we talked about last week. I'm not taking anything away from the game. You know what I mean? Because it's still like that war on the field. But back then, man, it just
it was different. There's no comparison.
It's different, man. We're gonna continue. Me say that. I know. Probably all. Y'all already said that. No, we're gonna continue saying that just to let y'all know and leave a stamp in your head that, hey, what I mean. Yeah, you know this player, but hey, you don't know this player. And that's what this show's about. It's just being wakeful about it. And being talking about the players and the sleepers that nobody
Yeah,
talks about or seem to forget. And we just here to
exactly.
remind them.
And then I just shout out this push come to shove. It just got me doubling back on about just people getting their flowers too late, bro. When they
Too
die,
late.
bro.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean? It's just there's so much they did that to a lot of athletes, bro. That when they die, they want to give them recognition like they did with Pete Rose. That still pissed me off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah.
just
That's
like they did that like with a lot of Cliff Branch
Kid Branch, Katie Stabler. You know what I mean?
and Stabler, like a lot of people,
Yeah.
bro. They did that too.
I mean, it's not football, but shit, Psycho Sid. You know,
Oh
shit,
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit. Come on, bro.
yeah.
Psycho Sid.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Look at that man. You didn't think he would be a Hall of Famer by now? Like this dude's like literally like Scott Hall. You know wrestling, right, Frank?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. You know who Psycho Sid is?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer. This year, and he passed away. I'm just giving the example, like
No, I feel you. It's like sometimes like it's like the saying goes, some men only receive flowers at their funeral.
yeah,
Man, that's facts.
and yeah, sadly,
And
that's what I mean.
it,
It's gonna be all of us, what I mean. If we don't give the flowers now, but you know what? My flowers grow from the ground, from God, and that's fine with me, man. And that should be everybody's mind frame. You know what I mean? As long as we respect each other, man, and give due. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Let's stop holding in the you want to graduate this man, graduate this man. I bet there's a lot of people
Yeah.
like that with us right now. They want to say something about the show, but it's just their pride's not letting them. Their pride's like, oh, fuck this dude. And this fuck this show. Like,
And then just
yeah,
people don't realize, bro, pride is like the number one opportunity killer. You
yeah,
don't understand what you could do and the type of connections you can make just by having pride. You
yeah,
know?
man. It
Like
really
you don't even know what you could do
it ru-
as a team
it
if
ruins a
if you
lot
try
of
to put
things,
the
man. Especially relationships. And
yeah.
relationships are key on this earth, bro. And a lot of people don't realize that. You know, um, that's what will open the door for you. You know what I mean? Just building good, strong relationships with people. And so a lot of people lack on that, rather just you know be do it by themselves. You know what I mean? Like this show wouldn't be. This show. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best show, but I'm trying to make it the best show. It's our show. It's not just my show. So whoever I have on, it's our show. You know what I mean? So it's never me. It's always we. I just always have that team mentality, towards life. And I feel like you have a strong team. Like I said, it'll get you far in this life, bro. Even with good business, I know a lot of people, do it on their own, but it's just, are you really doing it by your own? You know what I mean?
Nah, ain't nobody ever did it on their own, bro.
You
Ain't
know what I
nobody
mean?
ever did it. They're lying if they said they did, bro.
Exactly, and it's just like,
Nobody ever did this on their own.
uh,
you see, I kind of feel like that's an issue that like how Junie was saying about pride.
yeah,
Like, people refuse to acknowledge the help because they want to say they did it by themselves, and it's like, if you have a solid support system, like, you should want to give them their flowers, their acknowledgement, like
exactly.
instead of trying to possess like some false sense of superiority over somebody. Like, these are the individuals who are over here lending you a helping hand. Like, you know, still sharp and steel. Like, we all elevate from each other. You
And
know.
that part, nah, for real, bro. It makes me think too. This is off topic of sports, but the situation with a Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane. How it's just there wouldn't be no Pooh Shiesty without Gucci Mane. How you gonna rob? You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like it's just like got the game fucked up. If you wanted to
bite the hand
release,
that feeds you.
release all your content, but you ruin your life now. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
it's a damn shame.
But
It's
that
just
just shows. I mean, I don't know how old bro is. He probably young, but that just comes down to this generation, bro. I'm telling you, after after it hit after it hit 96, bro, that's after the real left was left. To be honest,
you
and
feel you
I'm
feel
talking
like
my
that.
shit,
Yeah,
but
no,
I'm
no,
just
yeah,
saying,
no.
like,
Talk your shit
ain't
though.
nobody appreciate shit no more, bro. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody like take things into consideration. You get what I'm saying?
No. You're definitely right, bro.
They overlook what life got to offer and just the good things and the simple things, bro. Because when you lack that, man, of course you're gonna fumble.
Yeah.
Situations like that. That's a perfect example.
I'm not shit. It seems like sometimes it's not even overlooking. I feel like they don't even know any better, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's a more shame.
They lack
Just
advice now,
yeah,
bro.
yeah, bro. They just
They think
they
it's a joke.
people don't seek knowledge, bro. It's crazy to me because it's just like I just want to learn and learn as I grow, bro. I'm never gonna stop learning. I want to adapt. I ain't trying to be the the dumbest guy in the room, but shit, I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room either. You know,
No, definitely.
for
Education
real.
is a lifelong journey, bro. You'll never stop
Exactly.
learning.
I don't know.
You know,
The second you think you know everything is the second you're shorting yourself.
talking
Yeah,
talking about
facts.
learning. We Fernando Mendoza's gonna be learning from your former quarterback, Frankie. How you feel about the Ravens
Cousin,
getting Cousins?
bro,
Which, yeah, you said it.
I told you
Oh yeah,
3, 4 episodes ago.
yep. Um, yeah, man.
Before we get into it,
Uh
I just want to take a second. I want to
huh.
take a second to give Kirk Cousins' agent his flowers, man.
Oh yeah, man. That guy, man, does double digits
Guy is,
every you
bro,
know every year he's been
that dude
playing.
needs to be that dude needs to be in charge of making deals with foreign countries,
Oh man,
import, like being wasted doing this stuff, man.
he should be right there with Trump, huh?
He should be right there in the government, and with the tariffs and all that,
For
making
real,
deals with China and whoever else.
for real, man. Kirk Cousins, some Asian man, shit, man. Fuck with me, for real.
But the thing is, bro, I never had nothing bad to say about Kirk Cousins, bro. I always thought he was
Yeah, yeah.
a good quarterback, bro. Like you know what I mean.
It,
His biggest problem was just staying healthy. He just couldn't stay healthy, bro. Because
he was a good
worse,
game. Yeah, I
huh?
mean Frankie knows Cousins, a little bit more than what we do because he was on the Vikings. What will Cousins bring to the Raiders, Frankie?
Bro, Kirk Cousins is a student of the game.
Even at this age of his career.
Even, even at this game, bro, Kirk Cousins, he's very humble. He
Yeah,
never stops learning. He's still coachable,
yeah,
you know? Even as a journeyman, even as a veteran, he's still coachable.
and
And like I kind of feel like that was his issue in Atlanta. I don't believe Atlanta has a good head coach, bro. I
no,
don't.
it's just because he knew he was thinking he was gonna be the quarterback for Atlanta. He didn't think they were gonna draft Penix. And then
Yeah, and then look,
once they did that, it just kind of shift things. It's just like it's kind of hard to trust the organization. Like, oh, you say I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, but look what you do to me. You know what I mean?
showing me you don't have faith in me. Why am I going to put myself on the line for
Yeah,
you? Especially
exactly.
Exactly.
ACL tear.
Which he knows now, coming to the Raiders, he knows we're gonna get on Fernando. Mendoza.
Of course,
So
he's aware of the situation. He's
yeah,
not
yeah.
being fed a dream.
You
You know what I
know,
mean?
I feel like I didn't think he wanted help from Penix because he thought he was going to be the guy, and now I feel like he's going to be willing to help Mendoza, you know, be the guy,
Yeah.
for the
And
future.
here's the thing too. Like I've watched some of Mendoza's highlights. I've seen a few of his games.
His pro day was just
Honestly,
this week too.
he's mobile, but
Yeah,
primarily dude is a pocket passer.
yeah, no, for sure, bro, and
He
hopefully
can,
he,
he can get loose,
no, yeah,
but
he can get
to
loose.
and I feel like Kirk's play style is going to be a lot more complementary to
Beneficial for him. Yeah.
those would have been to teaching Penix. Penix has a whole different play style.
And also too, he was with Kubiak for 3 years in Minnesota.
Exactly. That.
That
Yeah.
had to be a part of the play. Like, hey, let's run this back and let's do it better. But
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I didn't see him back in Minnesota because I kind of feel like we got
yeah,
everything we could out of him.
um, someone
But I feel like him going to you guys, that was very smart. That was a very smart pickup.
yeah, no, I like to pick up. You know what I mean? We don't have to rush Mendoza. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like if we just work, maybe work on that line. I'm pretty sure we're not done with the line. I feel like we're gonna draft a lineman, maybe second, maybe third. But yeah,
I feel
I'll be comfortable with Cousins
Linderbaum
playing
tied you, bro.
week one, huh?
Linderbaum tied you guys in.
Yeah. Oh
Oh
yeah. Big
man,
big
hell
on
yeah,
different.
You got
Yeah.
I love that pickup.
Yeah, dude.
JPJ over there.
And
You
it's
got
gonna.
Colton Miller.
Yeah,
Like,
it's gonna help
not a good
the
line.
next the guy right by him because you know what I mean. It just you want to learn from your fellow teammate and your fellow neighbor. That you play. Right there. Um. Uh, 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 just on the offensive, especially on the offensive line. Those guys are a close bunch because you know. If this guy goes this a certain way, you're good because your boy's gonna be right there. So it kind of they kind of have to work together, and I feel like last year the offensive line was just like, man, they didn't even want to be there because I think the guy who was coaching them, and I'll say it and I'll say it again, he had no business, ever coaching offensive line. His Pete Carroll's son, and yeah, bro, he that was my biggest flaw last year, bro. Was offensive line. We couldn't just do nothing, you know, and
No.
I feel like it
The
was one.
rotation was stupid. Like
Yes,
man, they didn't even know what they was doing, bro.
put anything. You could put anyone back there, and they're gonna run for their lives. You know what I mean? It was a blessing in disguise, though. Because this rebuild is gonna be, what I mean, huge, and it's just gonna be something that I'm looking forward to because I feel like we could make the playoffs next year. With even
Yeah, for sure.
with this addition with Cousins, you know what I mean?
And I feel like Kubiak and Spartak, you know what I mean? They're just setting Mendoza the best situation to
Oh
have
yeah,
success. That's what
yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah, we
You
talked
know,
about that, huh, Frank?
because
Like,
Kirk Cousins, he's one of the smartest quarterbacks playing in the game, bro. He's smart, bro.
and
Hella
he's
smart.
he's he's a hell of a game manager, huh, Frank?
Bro, that's another thing too. Kirk Cousins,
Yeah,
bro, he'll give you 3 4 yards, multiple touchdowns. Like he was a little more than a game manager.
yeah. You know what I mean, though.
And
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely. Mendoza's he's set up for success.
yeah,
Definitely.
for sure,
He's got
bro.
a weapon, a good line, excellent coach, great running back.
And think about it. Other than Caleb Williams, of course, but look at that setup that we're doing it for him. That's how you supposed to do it when you have the first overall pick, or so top
Well,
three. You know what I mean? Just especially if you know the quarter, you're gonna draft a quarterback with that first pick. You know what I mean? It's just like help them. You know what I mean? Like the Titans last year with Cam Ward, they didn't help him. You know, even
No,
with Kyler Murray, you know what I mean? With the with the Cardinals, they didn't help him. I mean, then again, he really didn't help himself either. I feel like either.
yeah.
And going back to the Vikings, he said some report. I guess I don't know if this is true or not, but I guess he's gonna be number 7, Frank, for you guys, right? And the reporter said, "Why you pick 7?" And I guess this is what the report said. He said 7, 8, 9. Like so. Yeah,
Okay. Little
yeah. I don't know
bridge there.
if I don't know if that was a shot, but now
But that's a shot.
that's a shot.
Taking it personal.
Yeah, to JJ, huh? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a shot right.
Frank, I never really seen the type of hate that JJ really gained, bro. Like, the first game he played with you guys, he played great. You know?
No, he had a good fourth quarter. He didn't play great. He had a good fourth quarter.
No, that comeback, you know what I mean? Yeah, I remember. It was,
What
it was the
what I
comeback.
think it is,
Yeah.
what I think it is, it's the Bears against Chicago.
Yeah. And it was just like, oh man, and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, fucking Vikings got their guy, but
What,
you know,
what I'm thinking is the hate that he's getting is because like how we were saying about Mendoza, right?
yeah,
That's the same situation that Jake walked into last year.
yeah,
Had weapons, had a solid running back room, on paper had a good O line, a great coach, and look what happened. It just
excuse me,
it didn't work. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I kind of feel like usually when you get an early number one, number two pick, it's a bad team. So they're
Yeah.
going to an organization, right? And we got JJ. What was it, 10th?
Yeah.
And he wasn't coming to a bad organization. He wasn't
No.
coming to a team. Yeah,
And like I said before too, you guys need JJ. It was just, you know what I mean, like, oh wow, you know,
basically no, we didn't.
national championship, uh, man, he, wow, we have a chance to get him.
I mean, I was hyped when we got him.
We just picked up Sam Darnold. Okay, you know,
But to be fair,
yeah,
nobody expected Darnold to do what he did.
yeah, exactly, and it just,
Darnold didn't gonna do that.
Yeah, he deserves his flowers too, though, because you know what I
yeah,
mean.
he's the second coming
Because
of
where he came from,
uh,
how he came, and
yep,
people were thinking he was a bust, bro. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's like his career was over, like, and
Yeah,
he just came out the blue
and
and won the chip on him.
yeah.
Same as for Baker too. Even though I'm not saying he hasn't really won anything yet, but Baker saved his career, and I'm just
Yeah,
Baker's a dog, bro.
yeah, and I just like to see stories like that. Like man, they got drafted this high for a reason, and just like man, in 2 years they counted them out. I feel like that could happen to JJ Frank. If it does get to that point, if he does,
hopefully it doesn't though.
but I mean, it's all up to JJ though, right? Right, Frank? If he
We'll
wants,
see.
yeah,
I mean, Kevin O'Connell's telling him already too. Like, this is not. He had a conversation with them. He goes, "It's
yeah,
still up to you.
yeah.
It's not like they invested all this money into Kyler. He is supposed to be the backup plan.
Yeah. And we'll
He
see.
told him, hey, it's your choice. If you're going to put the work in and, you're going to make the most out of this. If not, dude, right here.
Yeah.
Because if we would have had Kyler Murray last year, we would have won our division easily, made the playoffs easily. We still
Yeah,
almost made,
for sure.
argumentatively one of the worst quarterback seasons in NFL history, and we still almost won our division, still almost made the playoffs.
By that defense.
Exactly. It kept us in the game for, there was a couple blowouts, but that already happened in like the third quarter. We were in every game until about the third quarter
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
lost.
You know,
And then the defense got tired.
like I always say too, man. Vikings is a team that's always gonna have a good defensive team because I feel like that's what you guys just built. From since from your existence. You know.
Yeah, speaking of defense,
Uh huh.
I have an answer. I have an answer to the question you
Yeah.
asked me last week.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Your all-time
Yeah, I did.
Viking defense.
Yeah, I let it marinate. I thought about it. I
Okay.
had some tough decisions to make.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first person to admit this.
Uh huh.
It might look kind of biased,
Okay. So,
right?
for I'm gonna have my brother team up with me then since he's a Raider fan also, cause we're gonna talk. I'm gonna mention it to him like Frankie's gonna say his all-time Minnesota Viking defense going against our all-time Raiders offense. Or we could go defense. It's up to you. Maybe like who has the better defense all time. You know.
No, yeah, we could reverse it. We could reverse it too. He could say his defense and we'll say our offense, and then we
Yeah.
say our defense and he says his offense. You feel me?
Yeah. If you want to do that, yeah. If you're up for that, Frank.
Yeah, we can do that too.
Okay.
But I want to ask the question you asked me last week because I told you I was going to do
Is it
that.
a 4-3 or 3-4, Frank?
I'm running a 4-3, bro.
Okay, you've won in 4-3. Sock it to me.
All right, bro. So on my ends, right?
Yes, sir.
I have Daniil Hunter
Okay.
and I have Jared Allen.
Those are
Right?
your ends.
Those are my ends, bro.
Okay.
Nose tackle,
Uh huh.
Randall.
Wow.
Gotta have Randall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Who's your other?
this one is this other one right here. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of interchangeable,
Yeah.
but it could either be Kevin or Pat. But I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go.
was just about to say that too,
Yeah.
bro. In my head.
I
One
think
of the
I'm.
Williams.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Kevin, bro.
Kevin Williams, yeah, you know how I feel about Kevin Williams. It's just like, okay. Before I let you go on with that, great, great D line, man. That's one of that's the scary D line. But you're missing Alan
Yeah.
Page, you're missing Aller, you're missing Jim Marshall, you're missing Chris Dolman. Would
Oh
they
yeah,
be
no,
would they
I'm
be
with you.
part of your
I'm saying,
rotation? You know.
oh no, I understand all the
Yeah,
names that
yeah,
you
yeah.
have, but
No, yeah. But I respect the D line that you just named right there, and wow, that's um, that's scary. You know what I mean? Especially the two front, like, because John Randall was undersized, for a D tackle, but somehow,
definitely.
some
But
way, this dude was could not be guarded.
I mean, you know who else was undersized for a D tackle?
Who?
The guy that a lot of people say could be the greatest football player ever, Aaron Donald.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. John Randall
Yeah,
was like,
That's
like that.
that's a bad man right there.
Yeah. No, I mean
that's what I'm
Hall
saying.
of
Like,
Famer. Shit. Why Hunter instead of like let's say Chris Dolman.
well, part of it is because I watched Daniil Hunter's whole career.
Okay, yeah, understandable.
That's part of it, and another thing is too is like that guy. His bag is just it's too deep, bro.
And you know what? He's still working too, man. He putting that work for the Texans.
That's what I'm saying. He had what 15 plus sacks last year,
Yeah, man.
and dude already 30.
A-list wonder right there, for real. No, that's a solid D line. Okay, let's go with the linebackers now. Who's your linebackers you running with?
I got, of course, Scott Studwell,
Okay.
and then Eric Kendricks and Chad Greenway.
You know, I feel like our tight ends are gonna, be catching over y'all, but
Hey,
D line, it's just wow, them guys are gonna work with that D line. You know what I mean? As long as you have a D line, your secondary and then linebackers, they should be able to carry that work fine. you know, not
yeah.
my,
You talking? I'm talking.
uh huh,
I had to go Studwell.
okay,
He's the leading Vikings tackle.
okay,
I had
yeah.
to go Studwell, bro.
What
And
about
then Kendricks,
uh
like
huh?
I watched Kendricks' whole career,
Oh
bro.
yeah, for
I've seen
sure.
that guy. You know,
Uh,
he has that quick coverage ability, bro, and
yeah, and he's
he
he's still playing. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah,
Eric Kendricks, that man,
and then Chad Greenway.
and then Chad Greenway, bro. To be honest with you, Chad Greenway made me fall in love with defense.
He's underrated in your eyes, Frank.
Dude, that dude's underrated as hell. I'm
Yeah,
not saying that dude's top 10.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not even
yeah,
saying
yeah.
he's top 20. But I'm saying dude is an
Oh yeah.
underrated linebacker, bro.
I mean, I feel like he's that type of player to you that I feel like everyone has that guy on their team that he's fucking bad to you, but to others he's just like you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
mediocre. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Yeah,
See,
no,
we're gonna have some words right
no,
now,
yeah, yeah,
sir. That
yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah. No, but I was, you know what, bro? I would have put maybe Henderson up there. Remember,
Egypt.
EJ Henderson. I would probably put him,
Yeah.
over those two. Kendricks. Yeah, I like how Kendricks. Anthony Barr. He kind of had a short career, huh? So,
One thing to say about Barr, I
uh
always
huh,
have love for Barr, is he
yeah.
broke Aaron Rodgers' collarbone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro, that made him a Vikings
Yeah.
legend right
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah. I remember
And
that. Yeah.
Anthony Barr came up with the tush push.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He had an interview, huh? And he just talked
yeah, they
about it.
he was mic'd up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up with the tush push.
Okay. Well, what about corners? You're all secondary. You know what I mean? Your corners to your safeties.
Okay, my corners. I mean, his prime was real short,
Yeah.
but when he was when he was playing his prime, bro, it was. I mean, roads closed. Xavier Rhodes.
Florida State. Yep. No, he. But before injuries, he was an underrated corner, and
Yeah, he was.
he was tall corner too. He was lanky.
Yeah, he was there. He was there, bro.
Yeah.
And I just remember, watching him play. And, he used to him and Odell would go at it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So he's your corner one.
That's my quarter one right now.
Okay. Who's your free safety? Who's your safeties?
Oh, dude. I mean, I got to go with the OG Paul Pierce.
Wow. Uh huh.
You
And
know,
who's the other one?
60,
Yeah.
60 plus interceptions. Like,
Uh,
dude's a ball hawk.
yeah. He's still number one, right? In interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Um.
I mean, I'd be crazy not to.
Who's right there by him?
I mean, come on, man. The hitman himself.
Okay. First, I thought you were gonna say Joey Browner and the Hitman,
Nah,
but
shout out
yeah,
to Joey Browner, bro. Shout out
yeah,
to Joey Browner. Like, rest in peace.
yeah.
But
He,
I got to go hitman, bro.
who's your corner?
Man.
championship.
I'm probably gonna have to go Antoine Winfield Sr.,
Oh
bro.
yeah, oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
liked him a lot,
that's a
bro.
must.
For real. You know, crazy how you guys landed him. He was gonna sign because you guys got him from the Bills, right? That year, he was gonna sign with the Jets. He already had a contract. He was already there, and then late second, I guess someone from the Vikings, said, hey, we'll pick you up in a private jet. We offer you this money. I guess it was a little bit tiny more than what the Jets offered, and then he kind of just left the Jets, building, and yeah, rest is history.
There was a guy too. I wouldn't put him on my all-time list,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
want to
who's your
shout out
nickel back?
like the way,
I'll give you a nickel. Who's your
huh?
nickel? Who's your nickel back?
Probably Carl Lee.
Okay. You know what? Out of all the whole defense, man, I mean, that's a good defense, especially the line. But I feel like we're gonna run up numbers on that defense. We
Oh, so let's hear it. Let's hear it.
okay. Um, Quarterback, for the Raiders. It'll, I mean, I know Kenny Stabler's a Hall of Famer. You know, I
Uh-huh.
love, rest in peace, Ken the Snake. But I'm gonna go Rich Gannon, bro, because we're just.
Rich.
I always mention Rich Gannon on the show too, because that 4 year stretch he had with us, and even the year before he came to us, he was with the Chiefs, and that team could have won the Super Bowl that year too. With him playing quarterback. And last minute they just like, you know, let the other guy, play. Anyways, I'm gonna say Rich Gannon because, went to the Pro Bowl. I think he showed those 4 years or three. Was an MVP, and he's just played the best football of his life. So, Rich Gannon's gonna be my quarterback. And when he was a former Viking too, you know,
Late in his career too.
yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go Rich Gannon. You know, uh, running backs. I'm I'm gonna say fullback first and then running back. Fullback. I'm gonna say Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So
Oh yeah.
one of them playing fullback. Or whatever. My tight end. Man, we have so much great tight ends, but I'm gonna say who we have right now. I think Brock's probably gonna be the best tight end ever, bro. If he keeps
Honestly, I can
playing,
see that happening.
huh?
I can see that happening.
Oh yeah, bro. Hey, Joe, what do you think? You think Brock's right there at tight end for all time offense?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's a bad man right
Oh
there.
yeah, bro. Wide receiver number one, of course, I'm gonna go with Timmy Brown. You know, uh, wide receiver two, I'm gonna go with. I want to say Jerry. I'm gonna say Jerry. Yeah, Jerry played good 2-3 years for us. So yeah, I'm gonna say Jerry, and then the third wide
Hey,
receiver. Uh huh.
that's kind of, I don't know, bro.
No, no. They have to be in the Raiders for like what a
I
good.
mean, if you hear Jerry Rice, you don't think. I mean,
Yeah.
technically he played for the Raiders, but Jerry Rice is not synonymous with Raiders football.
Okay. Okay. I won't say Jerry then. I'll say Belinkikoff, and my third option would be Cliff Branch, my third wide receiver. Right.
Okay.
So those are my playmakers right there.
Wait, who's the number one?
Timmy Brown.
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. And my offensive line, it's gonna be my left tackle is gonna be Arshell. My left guard's gonna be Jenny Upshaw. My center's gonna be the great Jim Otto. My left, no, I mean my right guard is probably gonna be I want to say I'm gonna say I want to say KO. What do you think, Drew?
Yeah, I mean,
Osemini?
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, he's cool, but he wasn't with
yeah,
us long though either though.
yeah. Uh, I don't know. I'm probably maybe Jack. Oh, you know what? I'm Steve Owinski. My bad. Yeah, Steve Owinski, and my right tackle would be Henry Lawrence. Played in the '80s. But yeah, I think we're running numbers against y'all, Frank.
I don't know, brother.
Like,
You know what? You want to talk about running some numbers? I got something for you. I got something for you.
Okay, bring it.
All right, bro. So this is what I got going for you. Okay.
Uh huh.
Here's my all-time Vikings offense.
Yeah.
ah, shit.
All right. So right tackle, I got Gary Zimmerman,
You're
Hall of
starting with
Famer,
the offensive line first.
starting with the line.
Okay.
Okay. And then guard Randall McDaniel. All right.
Yeah.
So center, how you say that? Mick Tinchoff.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say
My other
Matt.
guard,
I thought you were gonna say Matt Burke.
nah. This is a Hall of Famer right here,
Yeah.
bro. And then my other guard, I got Steve Hutchinson.
Oh wow, man.
Of course, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he was bad, man.
And then this might be a little premature, but I mean, left tackle, bro. I got Christian Darrisaw.
Right now.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
I got Christian Darrisaw, bro. That guy is this season coming back, bro.
Yeah. You feel big
He's
things are coming.
dude's gonna ball out, bro.
I kind of see him as like a Ronnie Stanley from the Ravens. Like I feel like he can be good like that
Yeah, dude is
if he stays
dude's
healthy.
talented. He's
Yeah.
smart. He's a leader.
Okay, so that's your offensive line, huh? That's a
That's
solid.
my offensive line right
That's
now.
a solid offensive line.
All right, wide receiver one. Oh no, I'm getting ahead of myself. Quarterback.
Oh yeah, what's
All
your
right,
quarterback? Yeah.
bro. Come on, number 10, Tankerton.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
All right, I could have went Culpepper.
He's the backup. He's the backup.
Could have
He
went
could be back at
Culpepper.
yeah.
Honestly, like a lot of people don't want to admit it. I could have even went Kirk Cousins, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
mad at that either,
I
though.
mean, he played
Kirk
for you
Cousins
guys for a minute.
is top five all of Vikings passing stats.
Yeah.
You know, wide receiver one. Gotta have Randy.
Yeah, I was expecting that.
Bro, his receivers is low key
Yeah,
OD.
yeah. I
All right,
know. Uh huh.
wide wide receiver two, Justin Jefferson. All right, and this guy right here, I feel like is one of the most underrated wide receivers. The dude does not get the credit he deserves.
You're number 3.
Number three, bro, Adam Thielen.
Wow, over Chris Carter.
Bro, over Chris Carter?
Well, I'm putting Adam in the slot, bro. I can't
Yeah,
put
but
Carter in the
Yeah.
slot.
but you could put Chris right there.
I mean, if I could put him in, if I could put Chris in the slot, I'll put him number three. But I'm thinking more like a pure slot
I
receiver,
will.
and that would have been Adam.
I'm picking the Hall of Fame Chris Carter every time, Frank.
Yeah, but dude was a true wideout. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Randy, JJ, and Carter. Damn,
That's what I'm
that's
saying. Like
that's a.
if I could pick if I could pick any wide receiver, put him there. But I was thinking more like a slot. But if not, if I'm just
I
having another
mean,
wideout,
hey, you're the
then of
coach
course I'm
though. You
throwing.
know what I mean? I'm just the outside looking in. So, I mean, this is your
And
team.
then
So you got Adam
my
Thielen
running
in
back,
third.
of course, AP.
Of
Of course,
course.
AP.
Who's your fullback?
Bro, come on, CJ Ham.
I do.
CJ Ham.
Okay, and then you mentioned one more position.
Actually, you know what? You know what?
Uh huh.
I might actually have to go Jerome Felton, bro,
Oh, okay.
because that's who AP had in his
Yeah.
career.
Yeah.
I have to go Felton, bro. I don't know. That's kind of up in the air.
I mean, but
And then
I mean,
tight end.
Ham's a Minnesota boy, though. He played for his local, his team growing up. I mean, I think he'll be a perfect, fullback for you.
Yeah. And then tight end, bro. You already know who I'm picking.
Yeah.
Kyle Rudolph, bro.
I
Yeah.
like that.
All right,
Kyle Rudolph.
who's your kicker? Because I mean, it's offense. So who's your kicker?
Oh, you know what, bro? Part of me wants to say Gary Anderson, but I mean that dude.
Yeah.
You know what he did.
Yeah, he's
You
probably
know
one of
what
the
he did.
he's probably one of the
Oh,
most
he's
hated
good.
Vikings.
So honestly, like if I'm gonna talk about ice, if I'm gonna talk about clutch,
Yeah,
I mean I know he's only league for a short time, but I'm probably gonna take Reichert, bro.
and that's your kicker right now.
Yeah, Will Reichert. I'm probably have to take dude right now, bro.
Honestly, I thought you would say Ryan Longwell. Didn't he play for you
Nah,
guys? He played
he
with the
was
Packers.
good. He
Yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah. Or
but I
Shane
mean,
or
Reichert
Shane Graham. Remember
he bombed.
Shane Graham? I think he played for you guys. Or Joseph. Remember? He had the kicker named Joseph, right?
Greg Joseph.
Yeah.
See that guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy would go and miss a 35-yard field goal, and then go kick then go hit like 5 or 6 55-yarders plus, hit a 60 bomb.
Yeah.
That dude was the definition of inconsistency right there.
Okay, so that's your Vikings all time offense right there.
That's my all teams right there.
Okay. I'm gonna start, with my line first.
All right, let's hear it.
Howie Long. I mean, you know what?
Beast.
I want to say Howie. I love Howie, but I'm gonna say Max Crosby first. Max Crosby,
Okay. Yeah.
my D tackle, be Chester.
Side note.
Uh huh.
Side note, real quick, bro.
Yeah.
Side note, real quick. If you guys get the play out of the defense like you're supposed to,
Yeah.
Crosby, defensive player of the year.
This year coming up.
That dude just needs help, bro.
Yeah. No, for sure. Defensive tackle. I'm a Chester McLaughlin. That's yeah. That's my D tackle, and my other D tackle. I'm gonna say Richard Seymour. I know he's a Patriot, but he played for us too
I remember.
for 4 years. You know what I mean? Went to the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? I have a Richard Seymour Raider jersey. So, and my other DN will be Khalil Mack.
Beast.
Yeah, Crosby and Khalil Mack. Come on, Frank. It's gonna be hard to block that. You know what I mean?
That's ugly, right?
With Richard Seymour too and McLaughlin. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, that's nasty.
my,
That's nasty work. I ain't even gonna like.
yeah. My linebackers. Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Drew. I'm gonna have Drew say our linebackers. Where are we going with linebackers, bro?
I don't know. I can't think of none. Thomas Howard, one of them.
Thomas Howard. I feel like
Yeah,
he
rest
could
in peace.
rotate. I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say the great Tim Hendricks. You know,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
one.
yeah,
One
for
of our
sure.
Hall of Famer. Uh, I'm gonna also
The
say
mad.
yeah, the Matt Stork. Uh, I'm gonna say Greg Beaker. You know, played. He's he's like our track Greenway. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was always all in the mix, bro. And I'm gonna say
Did you say Derek Burgess already?
no. I already said the line. I had
Oh,
Khalil Mack and Max Crosby as our ends, our DNs. But I'm gonna say Kurt Morrison as our middle linebacker.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So Kurt Morrison, Ted Hendricks, and Greg Beaker. That's our linebackers right there. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll leave that. And our secondary, oh man, straight
OD,
money.
it's OD.
Yeah, I mean, I know you have a great wide receivers, Frank, but our secondary, man, not a lot of teams have secondary like this.
Charles Woodson, number
Yeah,
one.
Charles Woodson number one.
Namdi.
Yeah, uh, our safety, it's gonna be Jack Tatum. Uh,
Ooh.
our
Okay.
our other safety, I'm gonna say Rod Woodson.
That's
I mean, I know he's a Steeler, but he's a Raider, bro. You know,
Who,
yeah.
Rod Woodson? Hell yeah.
yeah, Rod Woodson.
No, I get
Uh, and then my other corner is gonna be Lester Hayes, and my nickel. Well, you know what,
what?
it'll be Lester Hayes, and my nickel will be Terry McDaniel. That's gonna be my nickel back. Man, I'm also forgetting though Willie Brown, Mike Hayes, Nandi. But that's for what I mean. That's for the rotation. But other than that, yeah, that's our Raider team, our defense.
You ain't got Namdi in there?
I got Charles Woodson
We're,
and
we're
Lester
that deep
Hayes.
though, bro. We're that deep in
Man,
corner, like
yeah,
that.
bro.
Like,
I gotta give you that. That's wild. So deep in corners, you ain't got Namdi in there.
And
yeah, now
but
he's playing special teams
but
in this team.
yeah.
Man.
Hey, but Lester, man, Lester Hayes, man, one of the most deserving players to be in the hall that needs to be in the Hall of Fame, just like Joey Browner. This guy needs to be a Hall of Fame bad, bro. Him and Jack Tatum. And I told Lester that too when I met him. I was like, "You're one of the most deserving players in NFL history that needs to be in the Hall of Fame." And he had 13 interceptions, bro, 1 year. He was Defense Player of the Year. Like
Yeah.
we won the Super Bowl that year. Just what a year he had. Yeah, I know he had to stick him, but he still had to be around the ball. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey
13
Frankie,
interceptions.
Still,
I was gonna say, what's your college team?
I'm not real big into college football, bro.
you don't have a team though.
Nah, I can't really say there's one. Honestly, like I'll probably just because it was my brother that passed away.
Yeah, man,
Just
that's
because
me.
his favorite college team and the way he would talk about them, I'm probably a little partial to The Gators, bro.
The Gators, yeah, be Florida.
Yeah, just because the way he used to talk about him and all
Yeah,
that, probably I just just because of him.
shit, man, they deep in history, man, in Florida, for
Yeah,
real.
whenever
Yeah,
I see
Florida is dope. The colors is dope too.
I
So
got
yeah,
so that's what you like look wise, or just like
I
just supporting your bro.
yeah, bro, just because kind of more like I get good memories of that, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
shit.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about looks, bro, like gear wise, I mean the Ducks, dude.
Yeah. Facts.
Those guys got the.
Also, you, I mean, you
I mean,
got you're gonna disagree with me, but also low key, I feel like it's the most overrated too, though. That's my opinion. I mean, I love the Donald
the
Duck logo though. That's one of my favorite logos. Don't get me wrong, but they just I don't know, man. So not all of them's dope. Not every Oregon jersey's dope. You know what I mean? Like they have some ugly, ones.
Shit, well they got a million jerseys. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They
yeah.
winners.
I feel one of the most slept on, college jerseys. It has to probably be, you know, man. There's just so much fucking teams
Yeah,
on
there's so
college.
much you
Yeah,
can't
I
even just
can't even.
name one.
You know, I really like, I'm dumbfounded right now, bro. you know,
Whole nother topic right there.
yeah, that's a whole. You know what I mean? Because I'm
I'm
so
saying.
I'm so deep in that. You know what I mean? Shit, like you know, it just. But my favorite color scheme has to be the Houston Oilers though. If I'm going to talk about it, I feel like that's the best color scheme of all time. It just goes together,
What is?
bro. The baby blue and the red.
Yeah,
Yeah. The Titans are bringing it back. You know what I mean? In their new jerseys, but I feel like you
Their
just
logo's stupid. Like I don't like the
yeah
way it looks though.
yeah you should have left the flame on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I feel like that we talking about color schemes though. I feel like the Houston Dollars has the best. That's like my personal favorite.
yeah.
And of course the silver and black.
Nah, you guys got a solid logo. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna lie, you guys got a logo.
Oh, but I was gonna say, Frankie. You know what I like about the Vikings jerseys though? I like the dark purple
yeah.
uniforms you guys have.
The seven,
That those,
like
those are my favorite
the
uniforms. That
70,
about with the
80s, huh, Frank?
Vikings. They're dark purple.
Those are 70 and 80s jerseys, huh, Frank?
Yeah, the older ones.
Yeah, with the all white numbers on it.
Numbers, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's hard, and the helmet's hard too, bro. It's all I like the dark purple.
To be honest with you, bro, I'm kind of partial to the color rush myself.
Oh yeah. What you thinking,
Oh yeah,
man? You
the all white one. You talking about the all white one?
No, that's the winter whiteout, the color
yeah,
rush with the gold, the straight purple and gold.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
a little.
yeah, yeah. Those are hard. Yeah, with the yellow numbers.
Uh huh.
Yeah. No. Those are definitely they look clean. But yeah, man, shit. What's the next topic, man?
You guys seen that they came out with the Tiger Woods his police dash footage today.
Yeah. Oh, nah. I
So
haven't. I
how you
haven't
guys
looked
feel
at
about
it.
that situation?
Is what?
His
Like
the
the police
footage,
dash, like about
the cam dash.
when he was
Yeah,
getting tested and shit. And he looked all fucked up, bro.
he was like playing with his hands, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, when they had him with the blanket and all that.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
How you guys feel about that situation about Tiger?
I mean,
I just like at some point it's like you gotta let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh,
People think lie every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause what
I
this is his second DUI, huh? He had one in 2017 and then one this year, huh?
Yeah,
like
I believe, yeah.
personally, I don't feel this is like newsworthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just hope the man gets some help. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He
Yeah,
just he just addicted to pain medicine, but then again, he's been through serious injuries in his career.
Yeah, his
yeah.
And
back. He
just
has
you know what I
back. He
mean?
has real bad back problems.
Yeah, and his leg, his I think his knee or his ankle or something like that. But
Yeah.
bro, like he probably just addicted to pain pills, bro.
Yeah, like I get that, but they got this dude on everything: CSNBC, the New York Post,
I mean, it's Tiger
Fox
Woods,
News.
Pop. I mean, shit. She's the greatest golfer of all time. You know.
I just feel like people are so obsessed with his downfall because
Yeah.
he cheated on his wife.
Yeah, that's what it's really for, bro.
Yeah.
It's because of that, you know, and it's a DUI. That's not a good look on
Yeah.
his on this caliber type of athlete. You know what I mean? Like,
Like if this guy never cheated on his wife, bro, and he was a Bible thumper, like they would be talking about he needed help, not talking about how he's immature and he's self-destructive and all that stuff. There'd be a pile of excuses for him. But since this guy cheated on his wife, what 10, 12 years ago, he's evil
yeah, and then they just been after him since.
and never
Yeah,
stopped.
he had a. I mean, I'm not gonna say a rough life, but like he just.
I mean,
He,
whatever you do. I mean, what you're a famous person. Whatever you do, it's no privacy. So they're always gonna just
yeah,
talk about stupid shit like that. You
and
know.
we don't know what happens behind closed doors. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it could be something. It could be something deeper than what it is, bros.
Yeah.
And
No,
and
for sure.
I just hope Tiger gets over this hump, bro. Because this he a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't want our legends to go out like this.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
for sure, man. You kind of want them more involved in the game, Like I mentioned too, like I would love to see more Jordan, in basketball. I feel like he could save basketball right now. I'm not that, it's just basketball's not the same no more. You know, it's not. Baseball I feel like is low key coming back, and kind of low key beating them. You know,
Let me tell you something about Michael Jordan,
uh
bro.
huh,
This is something that completely changed my whole viewpoint of the man.
yeah,
Right? There was a grocery store that had a Michael Jordan day.
yeah.
They
Just the
used his
grocery
name,
store
right?
or the town.
Yeah,
Uh
they
huh.
used his name, right?
Yeah.
He found out about this and he sued them.
Uh huh.
And this is when he had his fortune already.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
these, like, and for something like that, it's like it tells me about you don't care about working class people. You don't care about your fans. Like you got all the
Yeah.
money in the world. You make what somebody figured it out. The guy makes like I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars a minute.
Shit, ain't he a billionaire already? I mean, Jordan Brand,
That's
what I
what
mean?
Yeah,
He's,
you're doing that.
and he went and sued this mom and pop grocery store because they
yeah,
wanted to celebrate him. They were so proud of him.
yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
Shit,
that
that's
stuff
how I
stuff
be,
like that to me
man.
is like
Yeah,
it's like at the end of the day, no matter how famous somebody
yeah,
is, no matter how iconic, no matter how
exactly.
much of a global sensation,
Yeah,
they're a human being.
yeah.
They put their
No,
pants
for
on one
sure.
thing at a time, the same way everybody else does. Just really good at something.
Yeah.
What makes them famous is a regular person. They can never do any of that stuff.
I mean, that's a lot of these athletes are right now, bro. There's a couple weeks ago to the Odell situation on the plane. Why everyone had to leave the plane because of him. You know, when they could have just took off if he would have just listened. You know, and not be so diva like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
like yo, that he's Odell Beckham.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
thinks he
exactly.
shouldn't do what everybody else got to do.
Yeah, and just talking shit to the other passengers. Being very disrespectful. It's just like like I said this in the beginning of the show. No one's better than nobody. You know what I mean? Just because you're a famous athlete. You did this, you did that. Don't mean that you got the right to treat people like that. Or I just I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a fucked up game. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, the greatest baseball player, I mean, to me, is Barry Bonds, and he's not in the Hall of Fame just because of his fucked up attitude, though. You know? So,
well, he
yeah.
gets a little bit more than the attitude, right?
I mean,
Let's be honest.
Nah,
I
man.
mean, hey, Frank,
That's just one of the.
Frank, he was a Hall of Famer before um, he did that shit. He didn't need that shit at all. He was only
Nah, I know.
he was a
That's
Hall of Famer in
facts.
Pittsburgh, you know?
Yeah.
So,
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, bro. Since baseball's not a contact sport, I feel like they should be able to use steroids. Call me
yeah.
crazy, bro.
I mean,
Look, at the end of the day, steroids don't help you hit a 100-mile-an-hour pitch,
yeah.
right? You still got to have skill for that.
Yeah, you're
Oh
talent.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And that's why somebody had said, you can put a baseball player in almost any other sport, and they're going to be able to compete.
No,
You
for
can't get somebody else from somewhere else and put another professional athlete and put them into baseball. They're not going to
no,
compete.
for sure.
Oh no.
That's what
Talking.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
since it's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
contact sport, and the major component, hitting that ball, so steroids don't help with that. It helps you
Yeah.
hit it farther, but to actually be contact, steroids don't help with that.
Just
That's like eye coordination, all that, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's practice.
yeah.
You can't shoot your way. You can't shoot your way into being good at that.
Shout out baseball players, man.
Hey, talking about
Yeah, so
baseball,
that's what I'm saying.
talking about
Might be,
Shit.
yeah.
but I feel like they should be able to use steroids.
Talking about baseball, shit, you just went to the Atlanta versus the A's game. What was it yesterday? 2 days ago?
It was on Tuesday. On Tuesday, yeah,
Shit,
game
we
on Tuesday.
we got our first win, huh?
Got our first win
Uh,
of the season.
How was it?
So, but I mean, it was good, man. It was good. They shut out Acuna. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I mean. He ain't get a single hit. I don't think he got a single hit that game. He unless he got a hit after the second inning
yeah.
because I didn't get there to the second inning. So,
What was the fit of the game? What was the game fit?
oh man, I had a all black Ricky Henderson jersey. You know what I mean?
The
With
goat.
some Jason
Yeah,
Kids.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
All Oakland out, everything
Oakland.
Oakland. It's
Yep.
still Oakland A's.
How was the
It's still
vibes?
Oakland Raiders.
How was the vibes over there? You know what I
It was
mean?
cool, man. It was cool, bro. Just you know what I
Yeah,
mean. Just had a lady friend with me,
for
and it
sure.
was straight, bro.
Yeah. Good seats.
Yeah, I was right there by right by the dugout,
The
the away.
the A's dugout. Oh, that's
Yeah,
tight.
yeah.
Shit, good food. Like you know what I mean. What was you eat something over there or not? Just
I mean, I ate a steak before I got there because
oh yeah yeah
I
yeah.
ate with
So it
Nate.
was
Yeah,
the
so
yeah
I was just drinking. I drank a couple beers.
yeah yeah
You
yeah.
know, that was
Oh,
it.
that's
But
cool,
it was
man.
cool though. I fuck with baseball, bro. Like
Yeah.
like that's just dope. Especially going in person.
No, for sure, man. I mean, shit, we got our first win of the year, so, and you got to witness it, so, hey, shit, it
Yeah.
must felt good. Hell yeah. You know, it's March Madness right now. We're talking about baseball. There's only uh, it's just the beginning. Uh, so we kind of soon we'll discuss more baseball. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a good history to tell. There's especially about just behind the scenes too of the sport. That there's a lot of drama. Into that. And no, hey Frank, we forgot something today. Another player retired today. A former defensive player of the year, cornerback.
Stephon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played for the Vikings too, right? He played with y'all
Yeah.
for a year, huh?
Couple seasons, I think. I think it
Yeah,
was two. Or that was Patrick Peterson that played two.
yeah. It was Peterson, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Gilmore was one. Yeah. Right. Gilmore was one.
no, but yeah, no. Shout out to Gilmore, man. Just another, feel like another player, of what we were watching. The end of once they got drafted, I feel like that was the end of our childhood.
Yeah.
And then now we're just seeing the time, a different era of players. It's just like, damn, I can't believe I see. As I think of it, we've seen 3 decades, of different eras now, of
Hmm.
sports, and it's just like, man. Now I know how my dad feels, when he used to talk about the older players and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely,
you,
definitely.
you know, before we end this, bro, like, I kind of want to, I said this in the beginning of the show, but I want to get into the Jalen Ivory situation, Frank. I'm aware that about it, right?
Yeah,
Before I let y'all, get in, it's what do you how do you feel about that shit? What was it wrong that he got released on? Cause of that. Like, just give me your guys' opinions before we end the
So
show.
what? So what had happened? What like
T-
what did he do?
I want you to just tell him, Frank.
so to my knowledge, right, this dude is religious, and he was kind of asked about, the LGBT community, or I don't even know how many letters it is by
Yeah,
now.
me either. I just don't even say it. Yeah,
Asked about that, and he expressed his opinion, not in a disrespectful way or anything like that. He just said that he don't support it,
yeah,
and I kind of feel like if you're gonna start persecuting people for their beliefs just because they're opposing to to what's popular right now, you know, it's gonna ruin the world.
yeah,
Part of
man.
what makes this world great is that not everybody thinks the same.
Yeah,
Imagine how boring it would be if everybody agreed on everything.
no,
If
yeah,
everybody had
yeah,
this,
for sure.
and I kind of feel like, you know, he could have said a lot of things, and I feel like he kept it respectful for the most part, and he still suffered the consequences. And it's kind of like we want to know what you think, but only if it aligns to what we feel like is acceptable. And that's terrible.
Yeah. One of the craziest,
You know,
waves I
it,
ever, seen in sports, though. Release. You know what I mean? Like, you release a guy because
yeah,
of that? Are you serious? Wow, so and
And they
so.
and not only that, they wasted 10 million because he's getting that guaranteed.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
bet Bulls fans are mad at that because
Well, while so and so, what's his name, still in the league, he beat up his girlfriend, his WNBA girlfriend.
Oh,
Kevin
that just
Kevin Porter, while he's still in the league. Miles Bridges, he's still in the league. Beating up his girl, and like come on, like
Not only that, they're still with their teams.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
While Kevin Porter went to somewhere else, but he's still in the league though.
yeah,
But it's just
yeah.
like that's crazy to get released
whenever you
because
try to whenever you try to stop people from speaking out, that should let you know, like, okay, something's wrong here. Because especially with what he was talking about, like, and it's not all of them, but the majority of those people, like, they try to force their belief system down everybody's throat.
man, even back in the day,
And
man, they had a player
oh
in the Nuggets. I can't say his name right now, but they blackballed him, because his on his beliefs, bro. They're doing the same thing to Jalen Ivey right now, bro.
yeah.
And
And the thing about me, bro, I don't care what you do in your bedroom.
yeah,
Yeah.
no one
If
should
you're a
care.
baller, you're a
Yeah,
baller. What's not okay, what's never going to be okay is,
the
trying to
hypocrite.
make everybody believe what you believe. And I feel like athletes, like, they're at the center of all that because they have a platform.
But don't you think, Frank, that this is all the hypocrite Christy of it? Because
Yeah,
back in the day,
it's
if they find out you're gay playing, in NFL, NBA, whatever, any sport, whatever, gay overall, they're gonna fucking blackball you, you know. And now all of a sudden, they want to push that shit onto the fans or, you know, such and such, and it's just like, ain't that shit hypocrite shit right there? Like,
they're honestly, bro, like, for me, like I said, I don't care what somebody does, bro, but there
yeah,
shouldn't be a gay night. There shouldn't be
at
a
all.
gay month, like, involved
Yeah,
in
for real.
with sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They want to they because at the end of the day, like, talk about, okay, like how you're talking about the domestic violence, right?
yeah,
And a lot of the times, players, they get kicked off teams for that. They have in the past because why? Oh, these people are supposed to be role models.
yeah,
So you're saying these people are role models and they have the power to shape and mold people's thought process, right?
yeah,
Why are you okay with it being this?
exactly. It makes no
It's
damn
You know?
backwards,
sense.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
like,
exactly.
backwards.
either it's okay, either it's okay or it's not. You know? And I kind of feel like what really gets to me is it's not about inclusion no more. It's not about equality because, like you said, these people would get blackballed, and I kind of feel like that's messed up because if they were ballers, who cared if And
Exactly.
now it's past inclusion. Now they're trying to take over.
If I was a player in the Chicago Bulls right now, I will question the ownership. Like, man, if the ownership don't back us up and they're willing to release us, just or the word of God, of uh,
Fear of retribution.
yeah, um, shit, I'll take a stand, man, and I'll ride for my teammate. I will literally go on strike, bro. I feel like everyone
And
should go on strike in the league.
that's the
You
that's the
know,
thing, bro. Like, they only have power if you give it to them. Like,
exactly.
I think
Exactly.
a couple years ago, the Rangers,
Yeah.
because baseball was doing that Pride Night, and they said we're not involved in that. We're
Oh
not doing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, if you don't allow them to cancel you, if you don't allow them to do whatever, then they don't have like, same thing with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
They only have power if you give them power.
Exactly.
And
And
then
then
and I feel like the people that are agreeing with them, that are supposedly straight or whatever, they're just doing that because they're scared, bro. They don't want to get canceled,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
exactly.
their
And
followers.
and and and, and that
Yeah.
that just, I don't even know what to call that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I
What it
mean?
comes
Like,
what it comes down to for me, right, is simple like this. If you really believe that you're doing the right thing,
Yeah,
you wouldn't have to convince everybody of it, and you wouldn't have to try to punish the people that have opposing views.
that part. Say that, bro.
You wouldn't go out of your way. Wouldn't go out of your way to stop, you know, speech that doesn't align with you. Now, don't get me wrong. If dude would have been talking about, saying the slanders for them and
Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
disrespectful, all that, I get it. But he didn't do none of that.
Nah, none of that whatsoever, bro. He just preached the word on, and no disrespect, but I'm not with that, you know.
Yeah.
And if you're with that, then okay, you know. What does that got to do with me? Why do I have to fall in line and have to wear something that I'm not down with? And
yeah,
then
because they have that in their warm up clothes
yeah,
now.
exactly.
They make them wear it. They
Shout,
make them wear patches
shout out
on the
to
jerseys.
Clayton Kershaw from last year when the Dodgers tried to do that shit, and Kershaw had a verse on his hat, with the rainbow. There's only one rainbow that matters, and that's the rainbow that God makes, and right after the rain, right after the storm, and yeah, it just
But
Yeah.
look, but you just saying that too though. That just shows that they pick and choose.
yeah.
Cause it's like, okay, why you didn't try to cancel him, bro,
Yeah,
for doing that?
that well, we kind of know why.
Yeah, exactly. We know why.
We know
Me,
why.
you,
Yeah,
Frankie, we
yeah.
know why. But
Yup.
that's the thing, though, bro. Like
Exactly.
that's on some try shit.
Yeah. You know, and shame on the Bulls, bro. And it's just like, if everyone has a platform, then let them use it. Especially if it's positive. It wasn't no harm. Ain't no, you know, it wasn't no bashing. No nothing. It was just. Shout out
And
to
then
the running back for the Patriots. I feel like he's the only one that backed them up. The running back from the Patriots, Henderson, and
Mhm.
yeah, and then I don't know, man. It's just it's out of our control, but I do support Jalen Ivory, and I hope that he bounces back and you know continue on doing what he loves, and then that's playing ball. And yeah, I hope he doesn't get blackballed for this shit.
He probably is, bro. And
Yeah,
that's the worst part.
yeah, yeah. It is, bro. But you know what? Hey, he got some supporter in me, and yeah, bro. It's crazy too.
And then they got to make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, his mom was a professional basketball player. She got drafted in Detroit. His grandfather played for the Detroit Lions. And then he got drafted in Detroit. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Just
Yeah, that's dope.
something random, about him. But yeah, man, shit. If y'all got anything else to talk about, because shit, it's about that time. But I mean, if y'all want to talk about anything else, shoot it.
No, the only thing I have left to say, bro, is
Yeah.
you came up with a good list, but I don't think your all time's taking my all time, bro.
Ah, Bob. Bob, we're probably scoring like maybe 6 touchdowns, in our defense. Respectfully, our offensive line, bro, is there's two of the greatest in their position. That's Arshell, that's Gene Upshaw. That left side is, bro, I'm sorry, Danielle Hunter's not getting nothing on that side.
Bro, bro,
and we can
look
run
who
on that side. We got
played
Jim Otto in
against.
the center, bro. Lewinsky, as a right guard, and then Lawrence as right tackle. Pop, man, you know, Tim Brown. Like I said, you know how I feel about Tim Brown, Frank. I'm gonna
I just
argue.
don't see like
Uh huh.
I get how deep your bag is, bro, but I don't see how you think this is gonna go your way, bro. Randy Moss, Chris Carter,
Yeah,
JJ or Jettas, because there's another JJ now.
I know. There's a
I
picture
don't.
of Randy Moss, and Ricky Charles Woodson, and then Randy Moss got the best of them. But you know, Charles Woodson is the type of player that he run the next play. Cause I'm finna, you know, what I mean, I'm finna get mine, and that's what Charles is gonna do. You know, with JJ or Randy. Yeah, I mean, you fucked up not putting Chris Carter not number 3. You know, I don't think he's gonna, man. Chairman Daniels gonna, you know what I mean?
Well, like I said,
He's
bro,
gonna be
like I
all
thought
over
we were
that.
talking more about that, you know,
Yeah,
because usually a wide receiver three, that's your slot guy.
yeah,
Not all the time, but for the most part, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah. But nah,
a
but
slot, but
I'm not gonna even take away from your offense. Your offense probably damn. That's a that's a lovely offense. That's a dream offense right there, with AP and fucking being the running back with those wide receivers. You know,
AP versus Bo Jackson though. I don't know, bro.
I mean,
come on, bro,
A,
come on.
AP was great in his own bracket, bro. Like, but Bo,
Yeah, he
but
is.
but if
No
but
disrespect
if
to AP.
if Bo would just stuck with football,
But
it'll
Bo
be
was different
different.
too, though, bro.
Yeah, if Bo was stuck to football, we'll be looking at Bo Jackson hella different. You know what I mean? And
Well,
then Marcus Allen too, right there. You know, I could have said,
I enjoyed that segment. That was a lot of fun.
yeah, no, that was, man, and in the future, man, we can go up against each other too. You know what I mean? Just other teams or whatever. Just like we said, man, it's this is the beginning of something great, and we're gonna continue of just being ourselves and just vibing in front of this camera and just letting the consumer know why they should be fucking with us. You know, cause we're authentic, bro. We're gonna keep shit real. We're not gonna hold shit, no, hold nothing back. It's gonna be a Mike Tyson punch out every time. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. It's the Wakeful Grit, man. Man. Shout out to my two co-hosts, Frankie and and Junie. And man, we're just gonna elevate, and it just makes me excited that the next show is gonna be better than this show, and then after that, it's gonna be better than that show, and it goes on and on, and that's what we're aiming for, and man, good shit tonight, guys, for real, you know, for real,
Thank
Yes,
you for
sir.
having me.
yeah, and of course we're gonna have y'all up here, again, and but shit, y'all want to say anything before we end the show?
As always, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to your team, and it's always a pleasure.
No, shout out to you, Frankie. Thank you, Papa. Appreciate you. Shit, what you guys say, Drew? Want to promote anything? Shit, I was kind of low key, me promoting what you got what you got cooking. You know what I mean? So I know you've been in the lab lately, but
Yeah, we just stay in tune. We got some more things dropping. We got Ritter's whole clothing
yup,
dropping this month.
yup,
You know what I mean? So make sure you guys get your issue. Like,
for
hey,
sure.
it's all love. It's only up from here. It's only April, but we still going up.
Yup, for sure, bruh. You know what I mean? Like I
Shout out
said,
everybody.
yup,
Shout out Frank. Shout out. You know what I mean? We go way back. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for sure.
This
Yes, sir.
this
Junie. Shout out Junie.
You know what I mean? Them Corcoran boys ain't
So you
nothing
know
to
what I
play
mean. Just
with,
make it
bro.
happen. Just make
You
it
know,
happen, bro.
them Corcoran boys ain't nothing to play with, man. For real, them, we're built different. We are different, and we just the betterment. It just, I mean, it ain't even close on what we have right now. It's you know, it's we haven't even grasped the greatness on what we're gonna do with this, and yeah, man, it's exciting, and thank you guys, man. You guys made the show awesome, and yeah, this is the Wakeful Grid. You know what I mean? Shout out to my folks. And shit, y'all have a grateful day. And shit, you know what it is. This is Brother Carlito. And shit, one love. And I thank y'all. Shout out to Jim. Shout out to Abs. Shout out to BE. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be this show without them. So yeah, man. Shit, much love and bless y'all. Deuce.
Peace.